Bluff Boys.
Hello, Bluffs, Bluffettes, and other non-binary rock formations. I don't think I want to keep that, but for now, it's funny to me. Hi, we are back with our friend.
What's happening? I'm Fuse.
I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah, this is you know, I would go as far as to say I'm getting deja vu here.
Deja vu.
I think I've been in this
Wait,
place
who are you?
before.
Who is who?
You.
Who is vu?
Me.
You did not introduce yourself.
Oh, shit. I'm TC. I'm here. I'm ready. And I know it. And I love it.
Okay. So, hey, folks. Here, Ty and I, for me, it's fairly easy to be fairly family friendly, but it's not necessarily what I'm going for. I don't necessarily want to be. So in honor of that, Ty and I have both recently become
racists.
21. And so in honor of that, once a month, we will be doing an alcohol episode. And this month, I went to Georgia, and on the way back, I found Buzz Balls. And we have 3 each. We've got Lime Rita Chiller, Peach Chiller, and Pina Colada Chiller.
And I will not be drinking because we here at the Bluffs Boys promote safe drinking and drinking when you're of age.
Yes.
Yes.
Underage drinking is a big stinky no-no.
Our friend here is not of age and therefore will be babysitting. And hopefully, Ty said that these Buzz Balls are equivalent to...
Yeah, I was looking them up and because I was like, these things probably like will get you fairly drunk. And it said that they're supposed, like, alcohol content wise is supposed to be equal to like 4 to 5 beers per one Buzz Ball.
That's
so we'll see
more
though.
than 4.
So we'll see. We'll see how good they get. Hopefully it's enough for us to be idiots more than we already are.
And it's women owned. So you got to love that. It says it's stamped right on the side. Shake well. Women owned. And the other side said
and Jaiden will probably be messing with us later on in ways that we may or may not appreciate.
I don't know what that means.
Do you want to...
I don't want to start with this one.
What do you want to start with?
I'm gonna be
You can
honest
choose.
with you.
I don't want to do that.
Sexually
That one sounds
assaulted.
fire.
This is the episode where
If-
they get touched non-consensual.
Oh,
I'm gonna be too drunk to do anything about it.
Anytime you touch me
I
is
think
consensual.
I'm a minor.
Let's do the Lime Rita.
Yep, sounds good. Because I think that, and I'm sure it's going to be just fine. But of the 3, I think that
They are very cute.
they are, and I didn't realize they open. I was thinking, and I guess I could have just looked at it like it's like a regular like pop can, but it looks like the whole top should come off.
Oh, yeah.
Jaiden, can you hold my mic real quick? We're gonna
Wow.
get some ASMR in here.
Oh, I see. Spills all over the mic.
Just fucking explodes. Hey, rat dog cameo.
So are we supposed to like chug them?
No. Actually, let's try the first one.
Rat dog.
Okay.
Okay.
So while they destroy their livers, I'd like to take time to talk about kids with cancer.
Yeah.
It's an effect. Well, guess that's out of time. Sorry, kids.
Well,
Oh, there's a drop left.
15% alcohol by volume.
By volume.
But that's still 15%.
Yeah. Beer is like
4,
3
usually.
or 4. Yeah.
So if I do my math correctly,
Oh.
no,
No,
I'm
yeah.
tired. That's like 3 beers. That's like 3 1/4 beers.
So,
Not 3 1/4. 3 and 3 3/4.
that,
They're pretty tasty though.
pretty tasty, but the last, I think, what is that? Is it vodka?
No, it's I think these ones are all because they're made with like wine or tequila or vodka or rum or whatever. And I think these ones are all wine. Unless I was reading that wrong.
You're wrong. Wine with lime and lemon juices. Other natural.
You should say orang.
Oh, is it orange? No. I say orang because my O looks like it's cut off. It has a U.
Oh, so like oorong.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the word orange.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, bro, I don't think you need any more. You're done.
No, yeah, no, my
Wrong.
yeah, my O's cut off. Okay, so right before we started recording, I was standing in front of the monitors, and this is a situation that is literally impossible to have happened before, because it's so specifically the two monitors.
In this.
In what?
Well, there was no other file under that name, which is why, like, before, literally.
No other file that name, and this situation literally impossible beforehand. Literally, this is the first time I've ever hung out with our friend here, other than 4 months ago.
Yes.
Yes. It's a really
yes.
But very, like, everyone gets these moments of small deja vu, but that moment was very, very distinct to me. And this is where we're going to start.
Well, see, and when you say that there's no way that this could have happened before, and usually that's the case with deja vu, but I am positive that there have been times that I have deja vu and I have dreamt what happened before.
No, yeah.
So, like,
That's
it couldn't
what
happen
the deja vu
here is what I'm saying. Like,
No, yeah. Well, because a lot of the times with deja vu is that it's so similar to
and it
something
just
that has happened to
feels-
your life.
Yes.
So it feels. But that
There's time. Yes. Like,
but,
you were.
But I dream deja vu moments a lot.
Yes, bro. There's been times where I'm like, I physically remember waking up in the morning, remembering that dream, and then this literally just happening.
Wiki
See, the
I'm
thing
ready.
is, though, for me, I'm always near water whenever it happens. Like that.
Whenever you have deja vu?
Yeah, there has to be like some body of water near
Fucking
me.
mermaid or something.
There's no, there's probably like a subconscious
Yeah,
level to
fucking-
that.
I'm a siren,
You
bro.
just start saying, "Oh no,
Or no.
oh no,
Clear. Oh man.
Oh man, I just realized the shoe is like facing the camera.
That's all right. No worries."
Okay.
We'll blur it.
Just put a smiley face over your foot. Hey, I'm underage. You better not be looking at my feet.
I'm not underage. Go ahead.
Unless you want to.
Well, that's all.
And that's the episode.
That's the podcast. We drank one of them. One.
No, but deja vu is so interesting, because for a lot of people it's it's very, like, there's people that have longer moments of deja vu, and
yes,
like people that have visions, and
Raven. That's so Raven.
yeah.
No, but really, but there's also some people that will say they've never had deja vu before.
Those people are liars.
I don't think I've ever met a person.
I met this kid a couple years ago, and I was like, "Whoa, I just had crazy deja vu." He was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes, bro." I was like, "I swear I've dreamt that before." And he was like, "See, I just don't believe it." And I was like, "What don't you believe? Like, that it's happened before?" I was like, "That's fair. I mean, And he was like, "No, that people get that sensation of deja vu." And I was like, I didn't really. And he was like, "Never in my life have I felt like something has already happened before." And I was like, "Really?"
Would you consider this person creative?
I mean, it was at a like a summer camp. For
You didn't really know this person.
No, but I mean, it was like a week of like workshops and stuff.
For what?
The art, like singing and
okay.
It was like a summer workshop.
Well, yeah, not necessarily. That's actually a lot of people in like acting stuff aren't. A lot of the times they're not very creative. That's why they do acting. That's why they do.
So they can get directed.
So they can get directed and have stuff they work on themselves.
Especially, I feel like maybe like film actors.
Yeah.
because
film
on stage you can definitely be quite a bit more flamboyant than if you're doing like something recorded.
Yes,
yeah.
and you can tell the difference. Well, like take Jim Carrey. He's a theater trained.
I would if I could, but yeah.
He's a theater trained film actor, and so that's why his facial expressions and his
dude, he's alien. Have you seen his?
No, I was gonna
face?
say So apparently the Grinch face is not fucking makeup.
No
way.
That is his fucking face,
bro.
like
I believe it because have you seen Ace Ventura or any of his other movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, that's ridiculous.
But no, he was doing the interview for the Sonic movie, and this lady was like, "So you've been the villain before? You've been the Grinch?" And she was like, "So I wanted to ask something about the makeup for it. How did they get your face to look like that?" And he's like, "Oh, that wasn't makeup."
And then he does the face,
smile.
and
he did the fucking Grinch
like
face.
his.
Go like straight up.
Well, no,
Yes.
his lip curls the way,
around
like the
his
way
nose.
yours makes your whiskers.
Like,
You can do that, can't you?
No.
Make the whiskers?
What whiskers?
I could have sworn. Yeah.
What whiskers?
He has whiskers on his face.
They're less prominent now that I'm older. But
Okay.
Yeah, they used to be very prominent.
bro, they used to be like. It was hilarious.
But
No, but we could probably put that clip on screen
Yeah.
of Jin. Yeah, like right. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy, bro. That's nuts.
like his face
Still
just
looking up at it.
his face just does that. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Like I can't even lift one eyebrow.
You
Really?
can't? That's pathetic.
I can do this one, and I've been trying to train.
Can you
This
wink with both eyes?
Yeah, I can
can't?
control.
I can't wink with both
I
eyes.
can control every feature on my head individually.
Well, you
I
know
have
what?
Very good.
Good
Try
for
to-
you.
Which one can you wink with? You can't do the other one?
no, wait. Could you? You can't do both eyebrows. Can you raise one eyebrow?
He goes.
Wait, can you not do the?
You have to have eyebrows in order to raise them.
Can you wiggle your ears?
Only if I wiggle everything.
I mean, I can move them back and forth, but I can't like alfalfa. Like,
Yeah. Can you flare your nostrils?
really?
Mm.
I have very.
That's genetic, though.
I have very really.
Yeah, that you have to. Your family has to be able to do it for you to be able to do it. It's the same thing as like rolling your tongue.
I have very.
And rolling your R's actually is genetic.
I have very. That's why I sometimes I get a little. I would get a little self-conscious on stage, like especially on the theater stage, because I have whenever
Like facial expressions.
I
you
have to
think about.
well, not only that, but I have to practice them. I'll sit in front of a mirror and make sure that, because especially because I can't raise one eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's certain facial features that I have to practice them in order to make sure that they still convey the right emotion.
And especially
how are you
like
ever gonna be Dwayne the Rock Johnson if you can't?
well, but seriously,
I'll just
though,
be Vin
like,
Diesel.
You're like with like you would benefit a lot from being able to do that.
Yeah,
It would add to your character.
there's a lot of benefit. That's why a lot of the stuff I do is so straight faced characters.
Mm-hmm.
But it just comes naturally.
But I mean, but if you could do that, that would just
I feel like
it would take those straight faced characters and give them.
no, for sure. I feel like I could probably do a lot of insane characters just because I have the energy and I can add the energy. But a lot of those insane characters, it's like straight face with that energy behind it. So it'd be fun to do an insane character.
There's not too many of those in like prominent like theater nowadays, though. Besides like maybe like, are you talking like Sweeney Todd insane?
Actually, yeah, that would be a good.
Oh God, and well, Johnny Depp is fucking an unbelievable actor. That guy is crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
But
he's brick hard. What?
Johnny D's got Jaiden bricked up over here.
At all times.
But I've noticed, and I'm not, I mean, clearly, I'm not like a muscular guy, but I have always had really specific control of like my muscles. Like if I wanted to flex something very specific,
Mm-hmm.
like I've always been, like I can pop my pecs, I just don't have pecs, you know, but like I know how to control all those muscles individually.
I can actually. See, that's just weird because I can do that with my body.
Mm-hmm.
My face just doesn't.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Watch me for the glow up. I'm already down 35 pounds. I'm gonna keep going. Root for me.
Yeah, bro. Can you imagine if the order of videos gets out of sync?
It's just.
And you're just
What the fuck? I'm gonna open one. Which one are we doing next?
Your pick. I
also,
feel like
I feel like it's important that we tell the people at home that these guys don't fucking shower. So that paint video that they did like weeks ago, they still have paint on their hands from
still
it.
on my
No,
fingers.
no.
They don't fucking shower. It's actually like
What was
really
that?
bad.
no.
It's
He
really
said,
bad.
No,
No.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
No, it's not that we don't shower. It's that
we're artists. We're constantly painting.
well, not only that, but it's we use the wrong type of paint. So
no, they don't shower.
It's the permanent one.
They don't shower. I need help.
At least I don't have a label on my shoe.
we can't even keep that in.
Yeah, no, bro. Wow.
Sure I can. They don't know what it says.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're either gonna have to show them or cut that entirely.
No, they can use their imagination. That's one of my taglines. Actually, remember that?
Huh.
That I believe in the imagination of the audience.
Yeah, you apparently also believe in
when
racism.
We talked about that for in class last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's still something I genuinely believe in. Yeah, because I feel like since it's creamy.
Oh, is it though?
I believe that's why it says shake well.
It's creamy.
Well, the other one did too, and so does this one. So.
Well, it's pina colada, so I assume it's gonna have some type of creamy.
Yeah. All right, so while they're drinking, oh, you dumb fuck.
Good thing we got those, bro.
Yeah. Well, freaking Jaiden put it in his mouth earlier. It is not creamy. It is 100% clear.
When I put it in my mouth last month,
That is very coconutty.
4 months ago, when I put it in my mouth, I would like to make it clear that I did that out of love and respect for the tool.
Thank you.
And not because I just felt like putting it in my mouth.
That's completely unrelated.
You're lying.
I'm actually glad we did this one second because I think I'm gonna like the peach one better.
You think so?
Well, it's almost.
You know what's really good? Wow, that really did hit, didn't it? The Coke machine, like the custom Coke machine, the one where you put any flavor in it.
Oh, like at restaurants and shit.
Yeah,
Like
with like the touch screen.
yeah,
like
They have one at the movie theater now. Yeah.
Peach Bright.
Oh yes, bro. I believe that for sure.
I clicked it on accident one day. I'm trying to get normal Sprite, and I was like, yeah, let's try it. And I get it all the time now.
I bet it's fire, bro. Absolutely.
I'm in an
Well, because Sprite's one of those things that what?
Huh? What's up?
Well, Sprite's one of those things that like you can put anything with Sprite.
Except Icarus.
Eternal slander at all times. It has been 4 months and I still hate that movie. It's been 4 months and I'm still fuming about the fact that it exists.
Dang, I wanted.
It hasn't gotten any better and Ty still hasn't
good
watched
ASMR
it.
and ended up making myself sticky.
That's what she just said.
Unlike Jaiden making me sticky later.
I'm a minor.
Yep. He meant in 5 years. He meant in 2 years.
No, you're 16. That's the age of consent in Nebraska.
But you're over
19.
Oh,
so
that's right.
Yeah. Why did you get excited there, sir? Would you like to say that into the
4K.
camera?
Dun, dun.
Yeah, literally caught in 4K.
No.
What
Change
is
the
the-
resolution. 21p.
We're filming on a potato.
Yes, 21.
All right, baby, Game Boy Advance, son. Fucking Pokemon graphics.
They weren't kidding, Ty.
What?
These are strong.
You feeling good? Getting the weirds?
I'm not quite at the weirds yet, but I'm feeling good.
That's my word for getting like when you're tipsy. You're getting the weirds. You just feel weird.
And I wouldn't know because underage drinking is bad.
This episode is sponsored by Red Ribbon Week.
And breast cancer, separately. We'll get to that soon.
Wait, sponsored by breast cancer or breast
Yes.
cancer awareness?
No, by breast cancer itself. I don't know if you guys have seen Osmosis Jones. That shit is real. Breast cancer is a real person.
Osmosis Jones.
Yeah.
I watched that just not too long ago.
Leather jacket,
Chris
cool
Rock,
hair.
man.
What?
Chris Rock.
Is Osmosis Jones?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Chris
And
Rock.
Bill Murray eating that
Ass.
boiled egg from the chimpanzee exhibit.
What?
Yeah, that's how he gets the killer
The
virus.
in
Maybe
it
I've
is
not
he
seen
drops
Osmosis
a boiled
Jones.
egg in a chimpanzee exhibit and he eats it off the ground because Bill Murray's fucking disgusting.
Did you guys watch the new Ghostbusters?
No.
I was expecting
The one with the girls?
No. There's a new one out with fucking Stranger Things kid in it, and I was expecting to hate it.
Finn Wolfhard?
Yeah, Stranger Things kid. Fuck off. Anyway,
he is in it.
Yeah, there's a new Ghostbusters, and honestly, I kind of liked it.
It was good. I
literally dressed up as the Ghostbusters in
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was manifesting that shit, bro.
It was a long-term investment.
Remember, they made a black joke about it. You don't remember that?
No.
The silence. They did with Lucas.
Yes,
they
made a black joke because they wanted to give him the black Ghostbuster, and he was like, "No, that's not my personality. I'm this one." And I was like, and all the three were like, "Come on."
One time, me and my friends were all gonna dress up as Star Wars characters for Halloween, and I'm like, "I'm the most angry person any of you know. I'm totally Anakin." And they're like, "Okay."
And then
Mace.
The rest of them were like, "No."
Okay, Mace.
Okay, Mace.
Okay,
Shave your
Mace.
head and get a purple lightsaber. Come on.
Purple lightsaber.
That's not even a joke.
You know why he got a purple lightsaber?
Yes, I just saw that video the other day with him and George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, he was like, "Who's the person I talked to about getting a lightsaber?" Or he's like the colors, and he's like, "Well, I mean, like, good guys get blue and green, and bad guys get red." And he's like, "What about like purple?" And he was like,
"Do you know in lore why he has a purple lightsaber?
Why?
Because he's black."
It really though it contrasts well with him.
Fucking God, it's because he was thought to be the chosen one before Anakin, and if you have a purple lightsaber, that means that you can access both the light and the dark side of the Force freely. So he was like a super fucking powerful Jedi.
No.
Like, yeah. Mace Windu was like half dark side. He was fucked up, low key. I don't know if you've ever like read any Mace Windu lore.
I think you're doing a racism.
I'm allowed to. It's okay when I do it.
That's crazy though. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the entire point of purple lightsaber. So that, like, you know
how
he's
the only one with a purple lightsaber.
No, in the movies, but in the extended universe, like Darth Revan has one, and
just letting y'all know I love you.
There's a lot of purple lightsabers in Star Wars.
I totally muted them.
Oh my God! What? When?
No, I know what you mean. I know.
No, but yeah, there's a ton of purple lightsaber shit.
I didn't actually mute you, dumbass. You thought I did?
I was like looking, and I was like, but it's I can still see that.
Did you really not hear what I said?
No, I was ignoring you and talking about.
He was giving a tribute to our fans.
Yeah, I told them that you guys got back to Star Wars like you did last time, or I'm undereducated.
Okay, well, you guys were talking all about Eternals last time, and I had no clue.
Eternals is fucking horseshit.
That's your own fault.
Yeah.
So time to talk about Arcane that only I know about. Time to alienate everyone else.
I know, but deja vu.
Deja vu.
Think I've been in this place before.
Deja vu. What's her name? Olivia Rodrigo. Is she your age or how old is she?
How old is Olivia Rodrigo?
She's like literally like 16.
She's in the fucking. She's in the High School Musical TV show.
Yes,
right?
bro.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the main character in that. She can't act for shit, but her music's good.
She's not bad, I don't think, right?
She is not the worst actress I've ever seen. I think she's fine.
Yeah,
honestly, I was just being mean.
Do you see the world and like the people our age, and you think, oh, that's an adult, but you yourself feel as like a child still?
I'm 16.
It depends.
So
because it depends. I see them as like if there's no, like who is an example of someone who's our age that you see as an adult?
I don't know. Like a lot of those influencers on TikTok and on social media in general.
Yeah, that's fair, bro. Like Addison Rae is young. Like
I see a lot. A lot of people are like, I guess our age, and I'm just that's an adult working, doing
that's
some
a fucking
stuff.
Taxpayer, bro. That's a full grown man.
That's a full taxpayer. And I'm over here like, I'm just a little baby. I feel like a child so much of the time, which brings me to this slightly incriminating point of a lot.
Incriminating?
Yeah. No, so for some reason, I see attractive people, just male, female, non-binary, whatever, just people in general on social media.
Yes.
I go, oh, that person is established. They're making content. They are older than me. I don't know why, but them doing what they're doing for me makes me think, oh, they are older.
Really?
Which a lot of the time especially now, is far from the case.
They're like 17.
16, 17.
Yeah, especially with like the era of TikTok and shit. Like,
yeah, they're 16, 17, which I now like, and it's weird for me because I can go, oh, this person is attractive.
Yeah.
But, I shouldn't think that. Their age is
bro,
not
and
correct.
that's if I see a TikTok, the first thing I do is click on them and look at their bio.
First thing I do is make sure I'm not a pedophile.
Well, no, bro,
gotta check. Do you guys ever think like genuinely like how fucked up that is? Like that influencers are getting younger and younger. Like you got fucking little kids doing toy channels, like having your
Crazy,
life
bro.
entirely dictated by other people and numbers from such a young age. Like what do you think those kids are gonna like turn out like?
Yeah,
when they're
well,
older?
Because they literally have so much life to live, bro.
Yeah, and they're literally basically already working a full-time job.
I don't think about it that way. I think about it as, oh, look at this young person already living it up, and I'm just not there yet.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But they're already, quote, living it up, but then they're going to crash earlier. Where are they going to go?
Is there any way to pause? Like, not actually pause, but like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got to go to the bathroom.
No, Jade, we don't need to pause. We can just wait for him.
We could just look at each other.
We could just talk shit. So
Ty is so fucking short. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these two stand up. Ty is fucking tiny. Hey bud, what's happening?
Did I just walk back in on you talking shit? I just forgot my phone.
What do you need that to poop for?
Yeah, what are you doing? Taking pictures of it, freak?
Are you gonna go jerk off in my bathroom?
Yeah, idiot.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's something I would do.
Actually, he might be able to set a world record. Go.
He's so fucking tiny, you guys. Like he's literally
honestly, I don't even know how I'm his friend.
He's so small.
I talked to him on my side, and I have to look down at least 30 degrees on my neck. And
do you understand how short you have to be to have someone looking down at you when you're sitting next to them? That's pathetic.
Like my neck hurts just from being Ty's friend, and it's it's already a pressure enough on my shoulders having him around. If it starts hurting my neck, I think it's gonna have to.
And here's the thing: I think it's gonna already hurts from carrying this show comedically. So
oh no! Oh no! I think I thought I was gonna cut this, but due to that comment, I think it's gonna have to stay.
Now because everybody knows that whenever I'm on the show, the only thing that can be said is objectively 100% correct opinions from me.
Of course.
At all times. So, so now you admit that the first two Star Wars movies are dog shit.
Well,
you don't even seen them, have you?
I have seen them. However, I don't have a good recollection of them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why, because they're fucking forgettable. They're fucking dog shit. Holy fucking.
I have seen all the Star Wars movies. However, I have very slim memory of them due to the setting at which I saw them all. Because my friend Kyle Henderson, here's a picture. He's currently not my friend. He doesn't love me anymore, but I love him. So
if you could, love you, Kyle.
So if you could reach out to him and let him know that I wish he was in my life, please do so. But one night before the first new Star Wars came out, which was The Force Awakens, he invited me to his house and was like, "Hey, you haven't seen any of the movies. Come watch them all with me."
Come.
All over my face.
Comedy.
But
dude. Wait, Ty. Did you check before you stood up for toilet paper?
Huh?
Yes. Okay, so you check for toilet paper before you pooped, right?
Yeah, so you don't have a poopy butthole right now.
I was gonna say you're not like streaking through the house, leaving a little snail trail for us.
Yeah. I don't know, I might like that, but But yes.
No. We're not walking right over that.
No. Yeah. Yes,
I feel like we should talk about what you just said.
No, I am not a German porn star. I do not like poop stuff. Let's move on. It was a joke.
German porn? What the fuck?
Yeah. Didn't know that it's legal over there? Like shit play porn is illegal in the U.S.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna write something down.
He's gonna NordVPN Germany. Oh, I forgot where I was going with my point.
Something about German porn.
No, that's not where I was going. But yes, it's legal. Poop play is legal in Germany, so a lot of the poop porn comes out of there. But no, my friend Kyle Henderson. Yeah, so before the Force...
Why is he still here? He's been on screen for a long time.
I love the guy.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't love me back, but I love him. But yeah, before The Force Awakens came out, he was like, hey, Roberto, you should come sleep over, and we should binge all the Star Wars movies before the first one comes out. And we did. And then we went and watched The Force Awakens, which personally I thought was fine. I like movies all the time, even if they're bad.
The Force Awakens.
I know Jaiden here has a negative opinion.
Good. I love The Force Awakens. I think it
really
is one of the best Star Wars movies. Yep. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. I love Force Awakens. Nothing has given me that sense of hype except for No Way Home. No Way Home overhyped. Like, not over. That came out wrong. No Way Home crossed over the threshold of hype that I thought was possible for me. I got so hyped during No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
I love The Force Awakens. It's just the following two movies that I find to be fucking utter horseshit.
Mm.
The Last Jedi and Rise of the Skywalker are both stinky piles of poo-poo.
See, it's been a while that I've seen them, and I gotta say they're not that memorable in my mind, and that might be just because of the influence that I'm under right now, but I think I thought they were all right, but then again, I just like movies, and actually I know I've fallen asleep in movie theaters twice, and I find that to be very, very unfortunate. I used to pride myself of, I've never fallen asleep during a movie in a movie theater. I used to pride myself about it, and I distinctly go watch kids movies.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, I'm a child at heart. I'm trying to stay young. I'm trying to.
So after this, we're actually gonna go watch Clifford. Not that it's in theaters anymore.
No,
because that was 4 months ago.
Jack Whitehall is the lead in that, and I love Jack Whitehall. He's a stand-up comedian from England, and he is very funny.
England isn't real.
No, Norway isn't real. Okay. England is.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I'll have to write that down next to my German porn thing.
Yep. But I fell asleep at Early Man, which was one of those claymation films. It was it's fairly lame. Tom Hiddleston is the villain in it, and he just plays like a king. He's a douche in it. I fell asleep, and it was unfortunate. That was the first movie I ever fell asleep at.
There was one more, right?
And there was one more, which was Benedict Cumberbatch's Grinch.
What?
You don't remember that?
When did Benedict Cumberbatch play the fucking Grinch?
The new animated one?
Oh my God, that was Benedict Cumberbatch? I didn't see that movie because I was like, why would I watch this? Because there's already 2 different better versions I already know. And also Tyler the Creator did the soundtrack, and everyone always compares me to Tyler the Creator, so I get like subconscious. Huh?
Why did they compare you to Tyler the Creator? Because you're black?
On this show, I've been very tame. I'm just about as chaotic as Tyler the Creator usually.
Why? That's literally the reason I invited you, was to be chaotic.
Because I'm tired.
And I need to go to bed.
Cut out that last part.
Yeah, okay.
We're having a good time here.
So you say it again.
Yeah, just cut it out.
So we had enough conversation that we're not going to cut it. So here's our short friend Ty Core.
Hello, it's it's short Ty Core. Yeah, what are you going to do about it? I'm all the way up here.
So deja vu. Ty, do you believe that you have visions?
Not like...
Then how are you seeing?
I don't just have visions, but do I think that...
So not visions.
But do I believe that I have dreamt things and then they've happened? Yes, 100%. You want to just chug the rest of it?
No.
I think
Astounding.
I've only taken 1 drink of it. So I'm going to chug mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Cheers.
So not visions. I have a friend. Actually, we have a friend. Our friend Caitlin Levins. She is pretty adamant that she has visions.
Really?
Yeah, and she says that it runs in her family, which is interesting to me.
That one's not very good.
Very coconutty.
Speaking of like
I love coconut.
like supernatural shit, are you guys aware like the what's it called, phase shifting or reality shifting or like astral projecting? Astral projecting. Are you guys aware of that shit?
Only the Marvel stuff about it. I don't know anything else.
So long story short, it's these people that believe that if they can like transport into like cartoon worlds and other worlds while they sleep.
Well, it's like, and not necessarily
like Harry
like
Potter, like
well, it's like when you lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
Have you ever lucid dreamt before?
Yes, very often.
That shit's crazy.
So some people believe that they can astral project, and a lot of people are very adamant about. Like, I don't not believe it. I just never done it. But like
the way I was explaining it sounded like I don't
body.
believe it. But like, yeah, they
can look down and see themselves.
You know how that shit in Doctor Strange where like
yeah,
yeah.
Like
Doctor Strange is my favorite.
Yeah,
it's essentially that, but not where like he just punches you out.
No, I know, but what does it mean in terms of the layman?
They do that, but they transport themselves into like worlds that they want to be in, whether it be like their favorite anime or their favorite book or something like that, in order to like, I guess, be more immersed in the experience.
So why is that considered astral projecting and not just dreaming?
Because they're away from their physical self.
Yeah.
And they can see them sleeping, and they can see themselves, and they're in control.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
It's not like you're just dreaming that you left your body, and you like it's like you're lucid dreaming, and you physically pull your astral self away from your physical self, and you enter these worlds.
So know that what this is reminding me of? Soul.
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
I like that movie. Also,
such a good movie.
If any of you in the comments say I look like the main character from Soul, I'm leaking your
you do.
Flashes IP on screen. Bing, 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 bing. His name, address, Jade's shoe size for some reason.
It's just Jamie Foxx again.
Man, I just
Black
you be
Spider-Man
black.
joke.
That was such a good joke. That's still the funniest joke in the movie.
From Queens, you help people.
You know, I just figured because of the suit, that you be black. And he's Andrew Garfield. Okay, I'm assuming this is coming out well after.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, I'll make it. I'll make it work.
Yeah. So
which means we'll have the
Andrew Garfield, by the way, is the best part of No Way Home, and he's just so awkward about it. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like he's sorry that he's not black, bro. Andrew Garfield is the best part of No Way Home.
Have you seen Tick Tick Boom?
I am literally in the middle of watching it.
I have not even. No, I'm not.
Did you know anything about it before?
No.
It's like a prequel to Rent, right?
So, well, kinda. So I found the musical recently, and I didn't even know that they were coming out with a movie. And I was like, man, this fucking musical is legit.
Oh, it was a musical before it was a movie.
Yes, well before.
Oh, I thought it was the musical movie, like it came out.
No, but it's about Jonathan Larson, the writer and creator of Rent.
Oh,
writing Rent. Oh, did you finish your other one?
Yeah.
Bet.
No ASMR this time.
Wrong.
So Tick Tick Boom.
Are we chugging them?
No.
Oh.
He goes, I will die.
This tastes like Motrin.
What's Motrin?
Like kids Motrin.
Yeah, bro, it tastes like medicine.
Oh,
like
bummer.
That one's bad. So I'm really not a fan, huh?
No, that's some real strong stink face right there. Not a fan.
I'm completely in awe of these because I thought the lime one was going to be my least favorite, and it was my favorite.
Yeah,
maybe
same
you
here.
should just chug them. Like,
yeah, we should just chug this one because it's gross.
Okay.
All right.
So while they're chugging, I have another interesting factoid to tell you. So in 2006, there was an original Scooby-Doo series called Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, where the main villain, I shit you not, was lesbian Space Hitler. The other three characters, Fred, Daphne, and Velma, were not actually
if
in
you
the
buy
show
Buzz
too
Balls,
often.
please do not
And
get.
there was also an evil robot butler, from what I remember. Anyway, the art style was
that one falls to number 3
duper
easily.
like like exaggerated, but they had no pupils, and it was super weird. And I would once again like to return to the fact that they fought fucking lesbian space Hitler. That was their main villain. Look at her.
Sounds pretty hot.
Look, she's right. Look at her. What the fuck is
now
that?
You have to find lesbian space killer.
Is it hot? I don't know yet. Is it hot?
Hitler.
Have you ever seen Glee?
Yeah.
No.
You know the fucking what's her name? Short hair girl.
I
from
have not
Glee,
seen
Sue.
Glee.
Fucking what's Sue's actress's name?
What is
Shaggy and Scooby Doo Get a Clue main villain.
Google lesbian space Hitler.
She'll probably come up. I mean,
wow, we're just you need to get your shoes out of here. We're getting real Nazi.
Is it?
they haven't seen my shoes.
Receptionista
Sure they have.
or Vera?
Huh?
Vera?
I don't remember. I'll have to find out.
I don't remember. So
God fucking damn it! This is not what I wanted.
to all you people out there
Go to
that would have never imagined to see Roberto in this condition, you're welcome. And to the rest of you that have already seen Ty in this condition, you're also welcome.
It's lesbian space Hitler. It's her.
So it's not actually a her.
So what is it a her?
We don't know. I don't think the gender is actually. Yeah, look at that shit.
I'm pretty sure that's a he.
For sure.
I don't know, man.
I would assume that's a he.
I remember vividly that it was a she, but I could be wrong.
Their name is Dr. Trebla, played by Scott Menville.
That's
yeah, but
fucking
just because it's a
Robin.
male voice doesn't
Yeah,
mean.
not at
Yeah,
all.
because fucking Bloodhound from Apex Legends is voiced by a girl, but Bloodhound's non-binary.
And
Well,
the old like, what's a female butler? Buttress?
Just it's still a butler.
Is it?
Yes.
Or maid?
I was gonna say a maid, but
No.
butlers don't really clean,
I
do
was
they?
gonna say it's still just a butler.
Or do butlers clean?
I don't know.
No,
I'm not rich enough to know.
I don't know. Fucking Bruce.
No.
Bruce.
Well, have you guys seen Central Park?
the place?
No, the show,
No,
the Apple TV original.
See, there's your first problem. I don't own any Apple products. I'm black.
Is that the distincting?
Yes, that's why.
Hmm.
The distincting.
Yeah, he knew what I meant.
That was distinct. That was distinct. Did it work?
Yeah.
Did you put your mic down there?
it got a little sound wave out of it.
Let's go. That's what I've been waiting for. Woo!
That's
And
there's
only clip
Jaiden
you
with
post
the
on
old
TikTok to
memes.
advertise. Old meme is farting a meme.
No,
should've
but
taken
Charlie is.
Oh yeah.
I should have taken my mic to the bathroom.
Yeah,
That
if
That
you
would've
had
been
the long
for
enough
personal
cable.
use.
What were you saying before he gave E. coli to the microphone?
This thing needs to be cooked.
Cooked.
Get the fucking germs out.
Boiled for safety.
I looked it up, and butlers, they're more like managing the family in the house,
Oh,
like the
oh,
kids.
Servants for
Central Park. Central Park. It's this old, like, I guess nanny maid type lady is played by Daveed Diggs.
Well, and so, but she's old.
Oh, and this old lady is played by the guy that plays the eccentric show teller guy from Hunger Games.
Yes. Okay, and so that's why. And this is what I was gonna say just a little bit ago. Like, voice acting is so cool
Voice acting is awesome.
because, and
Bart
especially
is played by a woman.
especially who?
Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Yes,
So Ash
and-
Ketchum
well,
is played by a woman.
Because on
Goku
the
is
on
played
the
by
like
a
on the
woman.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Really?
In Japan at least.
Well, like little like young boys
Or often played by women.
are often played by women, and old females are often played by men.
Yeah.
But in the middle, it's hard to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like throwing your that's just being a good voice actor.
And
if
this
you can
is-
do a middle-aged, different gendered person.
Yeah. And old black men are always played by old black men.
It's hard to
Like
replicate
that guy from Gravity Falls and his friend, those silly cops.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or fucking the entire cast of Boondocks.
One of my favorite scenes from Gravity Falls is when they're, I don't remember exactly what the scene, what it comes up to, but it's the two cops and there's a broken fire hydrant and they take their shirts off. And
Bro, it's because like why? There's no. It's so.
Because honestly, bro,
It's
if
so
you're
fun.
fucking beat cop law enforcement in a town where shit explodes and ghosts are flying around every 3
And
minutes,
it's just you two.
yeah, what
The
the
old
fuck else
rascal.
are you gonna do
Cops
other than
and
just
you're the
I like that one bar where the guy has a tattoo that says head and chin.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Bro,
That's so
Gravity
funny.
Falls is so gas. We
It's-
talked about this last
Just a little
4
bit
months
last time.
ago, yeah, as well. But
It deserves to be. If I could, I would plug Gravity Falls in every one of our videos, bro. Because
it's important. Since I'm here, watch Arcane. Watch Arcane.
I
I've
got
watched-
the weirds now.
Yeah?
My mouth, yeah.
see, and that's where I.
My face is numb. Like that's the well, not numb, but like that's where I start getting the weirds is here.
It's all tingly. Yeah, no, I got you.
The weirds.
The weird.
For why?
The weird.
That's another thing Ty says. For why?
Is that weird?
For why?
Well, that's like a direct. That's porque, right?
No, porque is just.
What is poor?
Actually, no. Yeah, fuck you. But that's not what it means. It means why.
yeah.
Why was I the villain here?
Because.
He goes away from the mic. He goes. You know why?
For why? I didn't even think about that. But
I
that's
just
not
got
why that came from, is
racism.
it?
No, I just say it all the time.
Yeah, for why?
For why?
And it makes sense.
For why? Because people started saying that because it's porque.
People started saying that?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
people
don't know.
people started saying for why because it's porque.
I've only ever heard
Yeah, I
that
was
from
gonna say,
Ty.
I've never heard people say that.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure I
people say
didn't
it all the
invent it. I
time.
just don't hear
Yeah, I
people
hear
say
people
it.
say it all the time, bro.
Well, aren't you special?
Yes, I am.
Not in this country.
What? What?
Where have you been? You missed quite a bit. There's a whole thing about it now, man. I do this and I get college scholarships, like whole scholarships.
Oh fuck, that's funny, bro.
Oh my.
Bro, what do you think that the fucking racists are gonna do when they find out that the bottom of our hands and feet are white?
They're gonna cry, bro.
Dude, they're gonna be fucking molding.
Okay,
What?
this is, and we don't have to get into this necessarily.
Sure we can.
But it's such. Mm-mm.
No.
I just need to stretch a little bit.
That's fair. I feel that. Like when I'm like if I'm in a plane or something, bro, and I need to stretch my legs, I start getting so anxious, bro, and I'm like,
Dude, usually I'll just be rude because I'd rather me be rude for 1 second and then
Mhm.
comfortable than me be like rude for the rest of the night because I'm uncomfortable. I don't give a fuck if you're a stranger, bro. You're catching these toes for like 2
bro,
seconds.
So
and
listen to this though. And then I'll circle back to what I was about to say. But at Noah's Bruner's funeral,
yeah.
it was in the gym at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were all on the bleachers, bro. And my legs just, it was like 2.5 hours, bro.
Oh.
And I was freaking out internally. I was like, I need to straighten my legs out. And like, if I can't, bro, I just get so, and it's weird. It's really weird. Like, I'm just like, I have to. But anyway, circling back. I think that, and this was like, I had talked about this like when like Black Lives Matter was like a big thing, like when it like first like was starting to gain momentum, is I think that racism is so crazy.
Bro, not gonna lie, if you're racist, you're kind of cringe.
Well, literally, bro, like it's what it boils down to is being scared or worrisome of someone or a people based solely on their skin color. Like it's
Oh, why do you think I'm holding this knife in my pocket right now?
Why do you think that I have a gun
but
in my
really, bro, I
waistband?
think that shit is fucking insane. I don't understand it.
Here's the thing, bro. You literally have to be bred to be racist. Like if you open your eyes for more than 3 seconds, it's so hard to be racist.
Yes, bro, it
Like,
literally is.
It is literally difficult to be racist. You have to actively be trying to just shut off all 5 of your senses.
Jaden, I have a question for you.
Racist. What's up?
Actually, I don't know if I want to bring up this.
I don't
I
like where
have
this is going.
it's 2 questions.
Okay.
Do you actively think about racism?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm black and I live in Nebraska.
And okay. In terms of what examples?
Okay, so I just think A lot of the time I think
This is
about
a
how
podcast to get into
fucking like passive racism is in general. Like shit. Like people will just be racist on accident. Like they'll just do shit that's racist that they don't even know is racist.
Well, do you know why, bro? Because
they don't
for
know
so
better.
long and for their entire lives and up until now, like things were just
normalized.
normal.
Like, it was
when people were in elementary school, when white kids were in elementary school, there was a crayon
called skin
called
color.
Skin color.
It
And
was never called.
Yes, it
skin.
was.
Yes,
It was called
yes.
skin color.
It
and
was
the
called
tint.
skin color.
Yes.
I've seen pictures of the.
I'm
and
pretty
it-
sure I
it-
still
it-
have
it
one of
is-
those
it's-
crayons
it
in my
was like-
drawer.
I don't ever remember being
but
called.
even if it wasn't called that, everyone was like, "Oh, this is skin colored,"
yeah,
and
that's
it's like,
true.
no,
That's
this is
Peach.
your skin color.
There
It's
are
not
other
skin
colors.
color.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like those TikTok that's are like, oh yeah, I love women of all cultures. I love Asian women, black women, normal women. Like
Normal women.
Normal.
like, bro, what do you mean by that?
What is it? Yes, it's ridiculous, bro, and it's crazy, and it's
And it was literally just how things were until people were like, guys, we should stop this. And then people argue with them.
they're like, well, no, this is how it's always been.
you can't erase history. Yeah, we can we fix it though? Can we do better? Maybe can we like no one's
like
erasing history.
I'm not arguing that what happened, but it doesn't need to keep happening. It doesn't.
It's tradition. I just don't think.
Well, see,
Actually,
and I asked that because I don't, and I've been fortunate enough that I maybe I have, and I'm just, but I just don't. I don't act, and I feel like maybe there's some certain circumstances where maybe someone was being racist, but a lot of my go-to never is, oh, this guy is racist. It's always, oh, this guy's just being a dick, or something like that.
yeah.
My go-to is never, oh, this is some form of racism.
And honestly, yeah, for me, for a long time, it was really hard to recognize when people were actually like being racist, because that's not something. Because I'm adopted, I was raised by white people, so they didn't know how to have that talk with me. That like some people are just going to like treat you worse because of the way you look. Because how do you teach that to a kid?
Yeah.
So a lot of people, like I was called the N-word in elementary school, and I was like, damn, this guy's an asshole. I didn't realize that I got like
Yeah, you were like,
actually
damn.
racially.
You're like,
have
oh,
to
I
say
got
that.
hate crime.
Yeah, until like years
Well,
later.
And it's like people really downplay racism.
Yeah.
Like especially up until recently, it was a thing where it was like, oh, yeah, like
It's not that big a deal.
brushed over.
No, see, and I get that, but like, and I know this is for me in my privileged situation,
Mm-hmm.
but for me and myself, I think about it a lot of it this way. A lot of people live their lives, especially like a lot of people go to college going, oh, I'm doing this college just as my backup, but I really want to do this.
Sure.
Or just, so I, but I think of it actively as, it doesn't come to mind as much, so therefore it doesn't affect me as much.
And well, that okay. So actually, when you say that,
Because because I have met various people that they can turn any topic into how it is racially affected and how it negatively affects them.
sure.
So
sure.
if you
That's the thing though, is it's hard to like figure out when things are going too far, because a lot of people just play the victim, and it's hard to figure out what's actually a problem and what's just someone being dramatic because of the way that our generation is. I sound like an old the fucking kids these days, but like legitimately, like some people just do it for attention and to be victimized on purpose.
Well,
for
see,
attention.
and I know this is not my culture. However, I do find it very annoying when a black person talks about their ancestors being slaves and make white people feel bad for it.
I think it's funny, but I don't agree with it.
like why if a kind white person is just being themselves, why should they feel bad for the past?
Speaking of, by the way, it's time to pay your monthly tithe for our ancestors.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. No, and I understand what you're saying, where it's like, especially when it's someone like if it was like us, or like, I mean, and I know but like and Fuzzy, and it's like it's a whole different, like, this is now.
Yeah.
But yes, I understand what you're saying. But this is what I was going to say just a second ago, is people, when it doesn't affect them, they think it's not real. Like when,
a lot of the time, yeah.
Like when
really
when they call him, I know you
Americans
don't really
to
follow
get
sports and stuff,
Mhm.
but did you hear about the whole Colin Kaepernick thing?
Yes.
So I have ultimate respect for our troops,
Mm-hmm.
and I will always stand for the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
But when he took a knee, there was a lot of people, because he's in a similar situation as you, where he was adopted by a white family.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And so people will say, like, this was one of their big things, like, oh, he was adopted by a white family, he knows nothing about oppression, or he knows nothing about racism. And it's like, he didn't turn white. Like, when you're adopted, clearly.
You just fucking Michael Jackson's, bro. Like reverse Venom.
Oh, and then he's white. But really though, like, he still had to.
401k.
I will tell.
Rights.
Oh, hey, look, it's my other two fists. Check it out.
But really though, bro, because it's like he still had to deal with the repercussions, so to speak, of being black.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that's a sentence that anyone should ever have to say. The
Yes,
repercussions
of
being black.
Yes,
of being a skin
skin color.
But that, once again, that's just the fucking
Native,
way it is.
Yes, which is unbelievable, and that's why I think, like, we had a protest here in town.
You did?
Huh?
We did?
Yeah, there was like Pooch Kevin was one, like, he got like interviewed from the paper because he was like, he started it and he was holding a sign and it was on the corner. And
But the protest of what?
During Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay,
protest,
yes, I do remember that.
And people were driving by and honking and yelling this crazy stuff to them, bro. Like,
oh, actually, so I remember part of that did start in like East Overland. I remember a lot of the I should say kids. It was mostly kids that were doing it. I remember because our shop, is right there, and I remember there being these stereotypical big old
pickup
trucks as American and the Blue Lives Matter flags.
Blue Lives Matter, all lives matter.
Just all by
really quick,
and just
like,
really quick. If your first response to somebody saying Black Lives Matter
is all lives matter,
or is to argue at all, you are racist.
you don't get it.
You're just not paying attention, because no one at any point has ever said Black lives are the only lives that matter.
Yes.
Not once has that ever left anyone's fucking mouth. You fucking imbecile.
That's like if you the equivalent to people answering all lives matter to the sentence that Black lives matters is that if you said red is a color and they said no. Yellow and blue and all the other colors are also colors.
And we're like,
yeah.
Thanks.
No, we both stated facts. I
just
said that
ignoring you're just stating another fact. You're
just stating another fact.
Yeah. Like,
see,
literally.
okay, and that's the thing though. I support the cause. However, I am very much devil's advocate in a lot of situations.
Sure.
So when that conversation,
like, when I think about that, bro, like I just don't know what there is to argue against.
No, there isn't. My thing is, is that you got to remember.
I don't know if devil's advocate is the word you're going for, but go on.
I don't know. You got to remember 50% of people are below average IQ and 50% of people are above.
Republicans.
Well, no, that's the same 50%.
Yeah, that's
are above average IQ. Meaning, just the, and I know it's dumb, but just on terms of terminology, there are people that are going to, you got to remember, especially nowadays, people want to feel special.
People are going to hear what they want to hear.
They're going to hear what they want to hear, but they want to feel special. So when you start getting dumb white people, they're going to go, Black Lives Matter. Why doesn't my life matter?
How come my life doesn't matter?
Yeah.
I didn't say white lives don't matter. I said black lives do matter.
One thing I will say is if you fly a Confederate flag, your life does not matter. I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Oh man, see, now we're discrediting lives.
I'm sorry. You're wasting my oxygen.
All lives matter.
All lives matter.
Also, if you mix together ketchup and mayonnaise, your life does not matter.
This podcast's over. Ketchup and mayonnaise is bomb. Second in line to ketchup and ranch.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Ketchup and ranch is good.
Do you
ketchup and mayonnaise
right now?
I don't like.
What?
Ketchup and mayonnaise? Are you insane?
Okay. First I'm gonna stop you right there because you just said the word mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise.
It's mayonnaise.
You said the same. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Leviosa. Ronald Weasley.
But no, it was always a very difficult conversation. Dumbledore, one of the things that I found.
Dumbledore. Harry Potter. Ron Weasley.
You've never seen that?
I have.
Oh, okay.
One of the things I found, One of the things I found
racism. Harry Potter racism.
Yeah. One of the things I found very difficult about when all that was happening
is J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
J.K. Rowling is fucking racist. Anyway,
didn't she get canceled?
Yeah.
Because she was being like transphobic or something?
Something just changed recently. I don't remember what it was.
I believe it. And then she tried to like tell everybody, yeah, no, I support like
she wanted to tell her
Hermione was black.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Hermione was black.
No, it says her white face right here in the book you wrote.
Well, and there was also.
Oh, I forgot about that part. I meant to put black.
And there was also the bank keepers are goblins with big noses and
the whole
the whole
slavery, the whole goblin house elves.
The whole anti-Semitism thing,
which is also it's kind of weird how casually we talk about just the whole racism thing. That'd be like if we were talking about Blizzard and we're like the whole
of all the topics that we could have gotten to, I wouldn't have thought this was a topic we were going to get to when we were drunk. So
we made it.
We did it.
We got here. So support everyone. Love humans.
This is my last thing to say on this. And this is what I live by, and this is what I tell people because it's so fundamentally basic. Is that you literally just have to be nice to people. It doesn't.
And here's our tag for our product.
Literally just be nice. Because it's ridiculous that we're in an age of where people continually put other people down all the time.
Yes. And actually, I was thinking about this earlier today. So due to that fact, I'm not going to release this until we figure something out about that. I want literally just be nice to have a certain percentage, I don't know what, to go to community-based charities.
Sure. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because it's nobody deserves to be
treated like less because of something else.
Because of anything.
Yes, to be treated like less because of literally anything. Or to be I don't know how to phrase this, but to be have been mean to. Like there's no like like any normal, like non like fucking pedophile people that are like in jail or like
no chomos, but everyone else,
Chomos.
you're good.
You following proto?
but just
Wait, do you know what I mean?
No.
Oh, okay.
just be nice.
I thought you knew the.
That's literally all it boils down to, is that people you just got to be nice.
And if you can't be nice, at the bare minimum, be tolerant.
Yes. One of my very, very basic things about myself is mutual respect to everyone until proven otherwise. And that means on literally all levels. For me, I consider myself a very blessed individual in terms of talents and skills. So for me, I was always, and still in certain situations, am fairly frustrated by seniority. I am very frustrated when frustrated. I'm fairly frustrated when I go into a situation and someone gets seniority over me, even though they're not necessarily more skilled than I am.
Yeah, and I do think that it depends on
the situation.
But
yes. But I mean it, but I don't mean necessarily more in terms of on seniority and whatever the situation. That's whatever. I mean in terms of whoever has that so-called seniority being disrespectful to the people under them.
Especially when they don't deserve the position that they're in. Like, obviously these people don't need to know my life story, but that was like a huge thing with my stepdad, is that like he and I were on the same level of maturity, intellect, and basically we're at the same point in life, and he was like 50 something and I'm 16. So he had seniority over me and he was my boss, when I felt like at like most of the time I was smarter than him.
Well, and the thing is like when
that's another topic. Go ahead.
When seniority, when it comes down to it, just because you have seniority, or actually if you have seniority, that should be a position to teach.
Yes.
Not to rule.
Yes, because you should be like, because they didn't always have seniority.
Yeah.
They had someone above them.
The whole point of seniority is that you have wisdom.
Yes. And that you're
not
able
power.
to pass
wisdom.
it on. And so that, and yes, I agree.
I remember I had this conversation with my parents. And I asked them one day, I was like, because one day, I don't know where I was, but it was fairly early in the teenage years.
Sure.
And I had an experience with a drug addict adult at a convenience store.
Okay.
And I told to myself, this individual is in a unfortunate situation. However, I know that I am at this moment, maybe they're not reaching their potential, but at this moment, I am smarter than they are.
Sure.
And I asked my dad, when was the first time you felt that you were smarter than someone? And he told me a story.
Okay.
Or when you were smarter than an adult, I should say.
Okay.
And he told me a story. And then I asked my mom. And my mom gave me, why did you think you're smarter than an adult? And I was like, because I felt that I was. It's like, why? You're younger. You're not smarter than an adult. And I was like, I really don't think that's the case. But that's another thing too, where it's like, also because you're smarter than someone doesn't mean that they're below you.
No,
exactly.
No, absolutely not.
Nothing, literally nothing means that someone is above you. Nothing. And like, that's like, especially money. Money is like one of those very big things too, where, and I find it very, like, I find myself very fortunate enough to have had the financial situation that I've had in my life.
Sure.
However, I've also had a lot of experiences in Mexico where up until I think, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I lived in a village that didn't even have any internet connection and to this day still loses water and power. And so I've lived amongst people that live in those conditions. And I gotta say, those people are oftentimes so much happier than we are here in the U.S.
Well, because they're not in completely engulfed by material possessions or by the status.
I'm a capitalist, but capitalism.
Yeah, really though, because it's like because if you live your entire life thinking that what you have is not enough,
or only think about what you want instead of what you have.
It will never be enough because you have. I mean, yes, I know what you're saying. Happiness, money does not buy happiness is such a complicated phrase because it does
to a degree.
Yes, I promise I'd be happier if I had a lot of more money.
But by definition, it literally does because happiness is a drug and you can buy those.
Yes, you can.
There was
oh, go on.
There was a study. I don't remember where or what it was from exactly. You can go ahead and Google it yourself. But I do remember distinctly that bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
I hope we don't offend anyone with bless you.
Gesundheit, I meant.
But I remember specifically as a U.S. average, meaning New York numbers were a lot higher, LA numbers were a lot higher, Midwestern numbers were a lot lower.
Sure.
But as a U.S. average, the U.S. average for peak money for happiness was $70,000. As an average in the U.S., $70,000 was the point at which someone's happiness is no longer controlled by money. That at $70,000, most people in the U.S. are comfortable enough at which everything else that controls their happiness is now based upon things that aren't of
worldly possessions
of monetary value.
And it does matter where you live. Like that number is going to fluctuate.
Yeah. I mean, in New York, that number must have been like 100,000.
But if you
or more,
I think if you can live comfortably without worrying about food,
water,
like where
shelter.
your next meal is going to come from, and knowing that your shelter is secure, like it's not something that could be just taken from you at any given moment, then it does boil down to what I mean, because you can have as much money as you want, but if you don't have anything in your heart, it literally doesn't matter. And so that's why money doesn't buy happiness is such a, because right now I feel like I've been through, like I can feel true joy without having money, so that if you gave me a lot of money, which you could if you wanted, I would be.
Oh, would you look at that? It's our Venmos. That's crazy.
What the heck?
How did that get
there?
There
you go. No, but seriously. So, do you have any? Your closing down remarks?
I'm 16 and money doesn't mean anything to me. I blow it faster than I blew
money. Don't get me
weekend.
fucking started. I understand we can't just print more, but I don't know why.
You really don't know why?
Yes, I do.
Like,
I do.
Okay. Inflation's so bad. Just
stop it.
Don't. Just don't inflate.
I understand.
Inflation is not bad.
Everyone's
overinflation is bad.
Okay.
Everyone's like, but then the value of products goes down. Good.
The fact that nothing but inflation rises is the bad part.
Yes, that is the bad part.
And I understand. I've had multiple people explain to me why we can't just print more money.
We're in tax
but it
season
doesn't.
now.
I don't. I like someone explained it to me in a very good way, and I was like, that's the only answer that I've ever felt that is acceptable. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think that we printed the fucking money in the first place. Just do it again.
Yeah, and that's what started inflation because they got off of the gold standard.
Okay, but we're not on the gold standard anymore, are we?
That's what I'm saying.
And so we're not on the gold standard, and they say it decreases the value of money. So what if it just didn't? We're not getting into this right now.
No, this would be a whole other thing.
Yes.
And I don't have enough. I don't have enough education on this to have a full.
We'll come back to this. We really will.
I will say though, however, all of you people our age, if you work at a restaurant or it doesn't even matter where you work, anywhere you work, ask for a 5.41% raise this year. Otherwise you are getting a pay cut within this next year. That's what inflation does. Is the rates are not going up for pay, but the value of the dollar is going down.
Wages are here and inflation is here.
So therefore, if you don't get at least a 5.41 raise this year, that means you are getting a pay cut. So ask for them.
And also, like, another thing with all that, bro, is like everyone's like, oh, the job market is getting so much better. Like especially after COVID. Number one, no, it's not. And number two, most people have to work like 2 or 3 jobs to sustain.
Yep. Yeah, life. It's getting horrible.
Well, you can't.
Well, that's why we're all
on minimum wage.
Well, that's why we're all waiting for the baby boomers to die and for this next market crash, because it is so many.
I think my dad's a baby boomer.
Yes, he is. Economists.
Roberto's gonna kill Ty's dad.
So many economists are predicting a crash. So all of you millennials, Gen Z, that are waiting to buy houses, just wait a little bit, because a lot of economists are saying that there's a market crash coming. So I'd wait. Zillow is actually one of those companies predicting those looking for that predicted market crash, as they are selling off a lot of the houses that they have bought and are waiting for that market crash in order to buy those houses back cheaper. So I recommend.
There you go. Because they're smart.
We kill all of the baby boomers.
Except for
they
my dad.
Physically cannot stop us all. If we all just collectively, as a society, decided we're done with them.
Well, actually, you see, one of the big problems though is these baby boomers, as a lot of the Gen X, not a lot of them, but most. I don't know. I wouldn't say most. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that have set up their riches to be inherited.
Yeah.
So
and the bloodline.
And so there's a
Red Dog cameo.
Hi, Fridita.
Hey Frida, what do you have to say about the economy?
Socioeconomic crisis in America. Go.
The poor should be hunted for sport. I agree.
Pancho.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We can't just let her say that.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong.
Well, I know, but that was like too much, especially for the closing. Now people are just gonna have to sit with that.
Wait.
Wait. Let
me get one more opinion over here.
Okay.
The economy can lick my balls.
Yo, Pancho.
Pancho.
Oh my God, what a comedic genius.
Pancho. One more thing.
Big fat juicy balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, it was funny the first time.
Jaiden, do you have anything else?
Stop being racist.
Thanks for coming on again. I'm glad we had you again.
I'm so glad to be here 4 months later.
Good.
So this is the second.
It's been too long.
Great.
It's been too long.
It has been so long. Yeah.
You know, folks, I never would have imagined that our first of the monthly drunk episodes that we would have gotten into these topics, but I'm glad that it was. Actually, no, I'm not glad, but
sure am happy about racism, right, guys?
No. But I'm glad that we were able to get into these topics, but I'm not glad that it was alcohol that was able to get us there. Hopefully we'll be able to get into our clouds a lot easier in the future, as we have mentioned beforehand.
Yep.
But it was fun to see that we have our friend here that we were able to actually, I want to ask you one more question. Okay. And this one is it's a little touchy. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Would you agree with me on saying that a lot of times, I'll say African American individuals don't mind being loud and what some people would consider obnoxious in public?
I would agree.
Okay.
I would say that on average, in general, we are just more flamboyant and attention grabbing in public than I would say other races are.
Okay. My question is, culturally, Why is that? And I don't know if you have this answer.
It is because of generations and generations of feeling like we have never been seen or heard, and only when we are seen or heard, it is to be commanded and abused and oppressed. So now that things are different, and we I feel like
you get to live your life.
Yeah, I feel like up until this point, we haven't really been allowed to have our own culture, to build our own anything, because everything else was the way it was because of whose thumb we were under at the time. Mm-hmm. And now that we're finally free, it's everybody trying to express and find themselves and find their culture as fast as they can. And now that we don't have as much crack to worry about, Reagan, we're finally starting to build our communities back.
Right on.
Okay.
And build our personalities. And while I admit it can be,
personalities were suppressed.
Exactly.
It wasn't even just like the race. It was like people couldn't be themselves.
And while I agree that it can be a little bit obnoxious sometimes the way that we go about it, I think that it's important that we do it nonetheless. Yeah. Because without it, what are we besides the people that got pushed around? We need to be more than that, and we are becoming more than that. And I am proud of us.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Like that because one of my goals in what we're doing here and what I do with my career in the future is to raise Latin representation, because as of right now, I don't remember the number specifically. There is more African American representation in Hollywood than there is Latin representation.
But I feel like it's
by
a significant amount. Yeah.
But that's because there's been a push for more African American people.
Well, and
in the last few
I don't
years.
even feel like it's recently, to be honest.
There's been a more push in general. But what I'm saying is, and this is gonna sound really bad out of context, but I think we've been getting a bit too much attention and leaving everybody else out. And you know how I realized this? I realized this by being racist with my friend Benny. We were joking around and like
he's
calling
Filipino,
each
by
other.
the way.
No, he's not. And we were calling each other. Benny is not Filipino.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's Mexican.
He's Filipino-Mexican.
He's not Filipino.
His mom's Filipino.
His mom is not Filipino.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, I'm like, his mom is not Filipino.
He is Filipino.
He is not Filipino.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
I've never heard him say that. No,
he's not Filipino.
He could be. But
He has
he's
told
Mexican.
me he is Filipino.
He's wrong.
Ben Vidlak is.
I know
He's
Ben.
wrong.
No, but I was being racist with Benny, and we were like calling each other actors like that we look nothing like, just like, and he had all these names for me. He's like, all right, Will Smith, all right, fucking LeBron James, all right, Michael Jordan. He started calling me all these names, and I had like 4 for him because he's Mexican, and I'm like, all right, Gabriel Iglesias, all right, the guy from Ant-Man, all right.
The guy from Ant-Man.
And I was out. I was done. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
And and then I was like, man, there's just not enough representation of people other than black and white people. And if there is, it's not like it's highlighted or advertised.
That's one. See, that's one of the things. Like, you can watch something on TV or whatever it may be. You can have a black character that is just a person. As of right now, if you have a Latin character,
that has to be their whole thing.
It's their whole personality. It's their. They have to say abuela. They have to say this. They have to say that. Their whole.
A lot of times, even if the actor doesn't have an accent, they'll have them do a little bit of a.
Yeah, well, and then one of the things too, if you
like Encanto and shit. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like Encanto, that movie, and Coco, that movie. I love the movies.
I love.
They're
Coco.
real. They're
I
really.
love Coco with all my fucking.
They're
heart.
really good movies. But one of the things too is that, and unfortunately for me, in the way that I have grown, family is not, this awesome thing. So for me, it's very unfortunate that every single time I see a Latin thing
they
on
can't
TV,
just be there.
Because literally you guys are not presented as humans.
It's
all
always
of you are
family.
The exact same.
Oh, if you're Mexican, you're Latin. It's all about family.
It's all about family. It's all about tradition, the accents. It's all about being the same as every other Mexican family.
And
like you guys are literally still in the age of the 50s, being portrayed as like the nuclear family. Like back in the 50s, for white people, it was a son, a daughter, a mom, and a dad. And now that's what you guys would be portrayed as, but as your stereotypical Mexican family.
It's who's creating those movies?
White people trying to make money.
That don't
understand.
See, and I've been blessed enough that I have to worry about race a lot of my life. And now that I'm going into this and starting to see like projects that I want to make and that I've seen coming into life, I that is one of the things that I've started to notice, and that and have wanted to make things happen, is that these storylines that where you can't just be a Mexican. You have to be a Mexican. That
you have to be the Mexican
or the Latin person that has to bring up their abuelita and their tia or whatever it may be. You can't just be a person.
You can't. Yes, I agree. Yep.
But I don't know. I asked that because it is a genuine question, because part of it for me is I know that I wanted to know where that came from culturally, because I know that for most of Latin America, it comes from mestizo culture. Mestizo culture comes from the natives having kids with the Spaniards and the conquistadors, and those people were shunned by the conquistadors, the Spanish, and by the natives, the indigenous people. So all the mestizos, who are now most of the Mexicans, grew this culture of you stay together no matter what. That's where those family values
where else
come
were
from.
they gonna go? But that's not where we are in society.
But
today,
the problem with
like a misrepresentation.
The problem of that mestizo culture is that it became this thing where we stick together, and if you stick out, you're the bad person.
You're the problem. Yeah. No.
And so that's where I see where part of the representation of Latin Americans in the U.S. has not grown in Hollywood or in media and all these things because of that culture. And that's why I asked you about that question, because the Latin population is larger than the African American population in the U.S.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that.
And so no one heard you say that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it is, but quite a bit, actually. My bad.
Remember our very first one? I was all, yeah. And you were like, bro, no one can hear you like 10 times.
And so with that, it's just, I don't know. Like, for me, I find it unfortunate that I now, as I start growing my career and start, like, even in where I live, like where we live here, it's very fortunate that I have not had to notice. And now that I am moving and starting to grow into the industry that I want to, as we do this and as we start thinking of projects that we want in the future, I find it unfortunate that now I do have to think about it and have to think about, I want to be able to grow representation and do this and that. And for me, it's just this thing where I recently one of the biggest Latin projects that come out is I believe his name is Jorge Gutierrez, the guy that made Book of Life. He came out with another series another series on Netflix called Maya and the Three. I personally really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it's also a family story, but I did enjoy it, but I do see a growing Latin.
Yes, it's up and coming.
It is growing, and it gives me a lot of hope in terms of as not only opportunity, but just as, like Kumail. I know we were shit talking Eternals. Yeah, but Kumail Nanjiani in Eternals, he didn't have to get ripped. He was asked to just be
fit.
No, not even. They wanted him. However, he decided that he was going to get ripped. First off, he's not Indian, he's Pakistani. However, he was portrayed as an Indian person.
Sure.
Because, culturally, that's just what they represented him as. However, his whole thing was that he was going to get ripped, and he was going to stay ripped because he was tired of seeing the Indian guy represented as the nerdy sidekick. So he was going to get ripped, and he was going to stay ripped so that he can represent
and
his
he could
people.
Play that type of character.
Yes.
And that's the thing with black people getting like actual characters nowadays, and like Latin people getting like actual starting to get actual representation is with Indian and like Pakistani and like Asian people and shit. They're just now getting the bare minimum of they're just now starting to get their cliches that aren't actually and it's still being celebrated because they haven't gotten anything at all.
Because so now they're just like, oh, they're there.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we know they exist now, and it's being like, oh yeah, like it was Shang-Chi. Like everyone's like, oh man, it's a really good movie about Asian people and like Asian culture and shit. And it like now that I think about it, bro, that shit was kind of really like stereotypical. And
for me, I like it was a great movie. I love the movie.
I love Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Shang-Chi
However,
was good.
I find it kind of sad that we have to make a movie distinctly. Look. Asian representation.
This is the Asian movie. I don't think any movie should have to be defined by. And I'm allowed to say this because I'm black. Black Panther is not very good, and I think that a lot of it was like overhyped because it was like the first.
Slow down. What? You're gonna tell me that Black Panther wasn't a good movie?
I think the villain was good. I don't think that any of the main characters that were not Killmonger were interesting or had anything to do in the entire plot. I think the entire third act of the movie was a waste of my time, and I didn't care for it.
Okay, well we're gonna move straight on from that because that is the coldest take that we've heard.
Yeah, that is the coldest take I've heard of Black Panther.
Jaiden is he's full of cold takes. He's got a freezer of them in his heart.
He's a theater boy, and he has very strong opinions about movies, and
they're cold. They're cold takes, and that was the coldest of them.
I don't think you understand what cold take means.
It's fine.
No, it's a cold take.
Cold take. You're using it like it means bad take. A cold take is just something that's a common opinion. No.
Hot take.
No.
A hot take. A hot take is like an uncommon opinion.
Yeah.
A cold take just means like something that everyone agrees with.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So, but if you're talking about in sports,
his opinion's cold. His takes are hot.
But if you're like
a lot like his cakes.
This is a hot take. I understand. But a lot of times, like if you're like people will say, especially in sports, like, oh, this person's going to be really good. And then they suck. They're like, ooh, that was a cold take, bro.
Oh.
That was a cold take.
I don't do sports.
That's okay.
I don't care for Black Panther, though. Like at all.
and like with
I'm sorry, the way he's looking at me, he like looks personally offended.
I am. That movie's wonderful.
And see, like, actually, that actually brings up this thing. Where
wonderful,
this representation where we specifically have to say, look, we're doing our representation. It's kind of funny to me. So recently, I'm Mexican, first generation born Mexican in the U.S. However, Mexican means half European, half indigenous of the Latin indigenous people of Mexico. And so with that, recently, I have long hair, and oh yeah, and not too long ago, I was in Denver, and this very kind black man came up to me and goes, "What tribe are you?" And I was like, "Sir," and I'm not gonna lie, like I had a hat on, it had like a band on it, and so like it's not, I wouldn't say it was rude of him, but. He goes, "What tribe are you?" And I go, "I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not Native American or indigenous. I'm Mexican." And he goes, "Oh," he was all embarrassed and such. But I just think it's funny because one thing though is I've noticed is that when I have my hair down and white people think I'm indigenous or native, they're a little nicer.
Yeah, and I've genuinely heard the phrase, "Are you 9/11 brown or 7/11 brown?"
Oh my!
yeah. Someone has said that to a person in front of me, like just they unironically. That is how they ask people.
See, and it's interesting to me because like I wouldn't say my face looks very indigenous. I would say it looks more European, but just the long hair is enough for a lot of people to go, "Oh, he's native." And it's interesting to me to see how it's funny to see white people feel a little guilty towards their relationship with Native Americans than they do with Mexicans. And it's just it's
like we didn't fuck y'all over too. I'm not white.
And it's funny to me to see, like, there's a little bit more kindness that I get from individuals when they think that I'm native rather than Mexican. But as I've said before, this was a good time. And this was like, it was fun to get into these topics and just fun.
I can't believe I came back after last time.
And it's fun to see that that alcohol was what allowed us to throw that cloud away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sober.
Did you have any mental illnesses?
Yes.
Like diagnosed?
Yes.
This is a whole other episode.
No,
guys.
I know, but what?
I have depression and I have dissociative identity disorder.
Really?
Really?
Should have been here last time. We talked about DID.
Yeah, we talked about DID.
It's fucking annoying. It's really fucking annoying. I have a very, very mild case. I only have 2 alters, but they're there and they are persistent.
Huh. Well, it's interesting. We'll probably, I mean, dang it, there's just
there's so much to unpack.
Well, there's so much to unpack, and it's so unfortunate that alcohol is what's letting us roll. We'll get better. We're getting better. I know for a fact I'm the one that edits these, and I have a really fun time listening to us speak. I'll laugh along with our laughs, and it's funny because I'll laugh the exact same way that I laughed on the recording.
So my goddamn Seth Rogen laugh. You're gonna have to hear that over.
That was a good one.
Just over and over again.
But
well, thank you guys.
It's been a good night.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
So thank you so much.
So we're not inviting Ty next time, right? Because
no.
Okay, because the whole racism thing.
You know, you guys, we haven't even
scratched the surface.
At this moment, we haven't even opened the Bluff Boys channel, and I already feel so thankful for the audience that, you know, even on the Infinite Dimensions channel that we have gotten, and it makes me so happy to see you and I be able to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
When with the people that, you know, that will be doing it.
I'm going to bring people in and just sit down and talk. It's nice. It's
fun to see a potential future.
Absolutely.
And so with that, we thank you so very much. Thank you for watching us be intoxicated and talk about heavy issues.
I'm sober.
Yes, he is sober. He is 16 years old. We are under the influence. He is our designated driver. He's going to take us home, even though I'm already in my home. And Ty's going to go home.
Job's halfway done, baby. Let's go.
So, all right. Well,
thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Who's Pat?